Saudi cop. It's been a minute since I did a quick dating update. I'm actually going to get off of Tinder. And the reason is, it was a hookup site in America, as I mentioned, just people who wanted to do friends with benefits. And here it's that too, except here's what's interesting, because Thailand's seen as a mecca for single guys, right? Like, oh, Thailand, and the women there are beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm finding a lot on Tinder is, remember the phone girl, right, who went into the bathroom and came out naked? The 22-year-old who I don't think I've given this update, the one that almost kills me, banging her. And I'm fine. I needed to catch my breath. That's all. I overexerted myself. When she stayed overnight, I was fine. I'm okay. No problem. I'm not going to die anytime soon. I'm not going to bang myself to death here in Thailand. Her mother stole her money. Maybe, maybe not. Who the hell knows? So could I send her some money, wire her some money, transfer her some money? That block. You're done. Right? Because it's just, I'm not going to play that game. Right? The whole time she was over here, I was like, where's the money coming? Like, when does she want money? Because I know she wants money. Why else would a gorgeous, tight-bodied 22-year-old be with me? I own a mirror. I get it. I know what I have to offer. And yes, I'm a financially stable Farang. Got it. But for a 22-year-old, that's too out there. It's what I've learned in my year and a half in Thailand, is it's what's in my hand. Like, where's the bot in my hand? So the more she didn't ask for money, the more suspicious I got, because I know the end game, right? And then it finally came with the mother. My mother stole all my money. She did or she didn't. Who knows? Who cares? But how does that come on me? Because we're banging, fucking. But that's Thailand, and that's why I'm putting it out in the video, because it's real life, and I want you all to know what to expect, especially on Tinder, right? Because that's what I'm finding, is that almost every girl I've met on Tinder has been about the money one way or the other. Some of them, it's more subtle. Some of them are right up front. Pay me 1,500 baht, I'll come over and fuck your brains out. No, thank you. I'm not interested in a prostitute, but what I'm finding is, at least on Tinder, the vast majority of the girls feel the same way. They're just a little more subtle about it. They're a little bit more, coy. So the lady who owns the hair salon, right? And I wasn't interested in her. I just, okay, she's fun to date. She seems like a nice girl. I'll have sex on a regular basis. Call her up on a Friday night. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay, let's watch some movies, and then, the bed's right there, right? No problem. And she's like, oh, I need a coffee machine for my shop. Now, I happen to have a coffee machine sitting here in my condo, untouched since March. It's one of the ones where you grind. You put the coffee beans in and it grinds. Loud as fuck. I usually get up at 6 a.m. and I got neighbors right the other side of this wall. So I don't want to make that much noise. And that's reason number 550. I can't wait to get the house, right, the villa. Because if I want to fucking grind coffee 6 in the morning, I can do it. The house next door is not going to hear that, but the apartment next door, the condo next door, absolutely would. So I'm not an asshole, despite what most people think, and I don't want to do that. So the coffee machine literally sat here for 3 months, doing nothing, just waiting to go into storage when I get a storage facility for the extra bikes and truck. And I will do a quick video after this on the bike. I sold the bike. Yay, finally. Took long enough, but I got rid of one of the bikes. I made 2,000 baht, $60, a week's worth of groceries. But whatever, it's, I made money on it. I'll do it again. I'll buy another bike and, keep that going, build that business up. So anyway, this is on dating. So I give her the coffee machine. I got it. It's sitting there. It's just going to put it in storage. Yeah, I paid a couple, 3,000 baht for it. Was it $100? Off of Lazada back in, because the one in the shop broke, and I brought it with me because it was only a month old, and I'm like, oh, I'll use it, and wound up not using it because of the noise. It sat there. So okay, she wants to sell coffee in her salon, so here you go. So once that happened, now all of a sudden she's busy. I'm like, you want to watch a movie? Well, I'm in the shop, I'm working. Okay, so her shop is open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., right? That's 7 days a week. So anytime she wants, she can just be like, "Oh, I'm working in the shop," and there's no customers right now. She has anywhere from 1 to 4 customers a day because it's still on lockdown in the country. There's no tourists coming in. It's just locals, steady clients. So she sits there in her shop for 12 hours a day, every day, watching TV, waiting for customers to come. And, anytime she wants, she's just like, I'm at the shop. So it's like, it's very interesting. It's like, she's not a prostitute, right? She has a business, blah, blah, blah. But like, what was in it for her was a coffee machine. So, there is that. This is Thailand, man. This is real. This is what you'll find when you get here. So, and here's the thing. Back in the States, when I would date a woman, I'd take her out to dinner. I'd pay for dinner. If things go well and you become a couple, usually the lady moves in with you. You're paying the rent on the condo, apartment, house, mortgage, whatever. So you're paying either way. It's just more subtle, right? And what I found in Thailand is on Tinder, at least, which is new to me. I never used Tinder in America. So here on Tinder, what I'm finding is there's girls just for sale, like on an online catalog. Here's my picture. I got big tits. You want me for an hour? It costs this much. There's girls who will come over, have sex with you, and assume that you will then give them money, and not like pay for, but buy me a phone, buy me this, buy me that, get me a coffee machine, whatever. Like it always comes down to money. And once again, in America, I had the same thing. It was just more subtle. So by giving the examples, I hope you know what I mean by subtle. So the money is always expected from you as the dude. We go to dinner, you're going to pay. That's just the assumption there. And then here, they take it further into more material things that, once again, am I crying because I gave this chick a coffee machine that I spent $100 for because ours broke? I didn't spend it for her. I spent it to have coffee in the shop for the last month before we closed. So that money's gone. It's $100. It's nothing to me. But to her, even though she had her own business, I mean, that's 30 haircuts. Right? She charges 100 baht for a haircut. So that's 30 heads she has to cut to buy that machine. And she's paying rent and buying food instead of buying the machine. So it's all relative. To me, $100, whatever, it's okay. So that's the dating update. I did go down, as I mentioned, to Lampang. I drove 2 hours. It was a long drive. The older I get, the longer that kind of drive is. I used to drive 13 hours from Florida up to North Carolina when I was doing that insurance business and thought nothing of it. I was just a fucking beast. And I'm an old man now. I'm old, I'm fat, I'm tired. So a 2-hour drive was harder on me than it used to be. I got down there. She made me some great food. I made a video. Once again, it's on this channel. You can find it. Cooking with Nim. That's the girl's name in Lampang, Nim. Pork and fried garlic. Delicious food. Great food. So we went out to some scenic park, whatever, and we took some pictures. And I sent it to one of my buddies up here in Chiang Mai. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I know that girl." What? What do you mean you know this girl? "Oh, yeah, she invited me to come down and see her in Lampang. Come and visit her." Okay. All right. So the same time that she and I are talking, and I've already met her. I already went down there one time and had lunch with her. Now I come back and it's, "Oh, you make sushi, you have your own place, this, that." I'm learning more about her. I'm liking her more and more. I'm like, I did a video on here where I said I like her qualities. I'm going to go down and see. And here I am with my buddy sending me a clip of their conversation online or Facebook or whatever, and she's inviting them down. So I'm like, okay, it's just, who's zooming who, right? Here I am, this player, right, with a multiple, got 3 chicks going at the same time, right? Aren't I fancy? And, she's talking to a buddy of mine, "Hey, big boy, come on down." Now, having met her, nothing would have happened if he'd come down. So he's damn glad he didn't make the trip, because he's the guy who went through Isan banging chicks on his motorcycle, right? Like he's not a patient dude. So, and he's not looking for long term, even though he says he is. He's really not. He likes to play the field. So he would have left disappointed. He would have basically burned gas like I did. I burned gas. I wasted gas. the right woman for me to settle down with is not one who, after we've met and things are kind of heating up, it's like still talking to other guys, keeping her options open. And if you're a destitute Thai lady who lives in the country, it makes sense. So on an intellectual level, I understand it. But she had an 11-year-old daughter. She doesn't speak English. She's 2 hours away. So it's like, oh, and you're talking to another foreigner while you're supposedly interested in me and building a future with me. Crash and burn, right? And, okay, so am I, what's the word, doing one thing and saying another? Am I being two-faced or I can't think of the word right now, I'm sorry, but I'm talking about, where it's like, oh, so you can date 3 women and she can't even talk to another guy. Sorry about that. Got cut off. For some reason, when you get a line app, which is like Skype or WhatsApp, it takes over. It shuts the video down. So got cut off there. Hypocritical. That's the word I was looking for, where, I'm dating was dating multiple women. And so why do I have a problem with her talking to another guy? And once again, yeah, sure, guilty of that. But I was leaning towards, I'd already blocked the 22-year-old when she asked for money, as I mentioned. The hair salon lady, it's, now she's got her coffee machine. So I was focusing on this lady. But still, yeah, if you want to call me a hypocrite, go ahead. It's all good. I'm guilty as charged. No problem. So anyway, long and short, those were the 3 I was kind of juggling at the same time. I did keep reaching out to other girls on Tinder, started a couple conversations, but they were either, they turned out to be lady boys, which, yes, I've lived in Thailand for a year, but I'm still not interested in lady boys. I don't think I'll ever get on that bandwagon, but you never know. If I do, you'll be the first to know. But yeah, no, so the lady boys or the ones who just want money, right? The ones who are up front and like, I come over, give you sexy massage, whatever, and they quote you a price, right? So I haven't found a normal lady in addition to the 3 that I've been talking with and having over and seeing and all that. So I blocked the Lampang lady yesterday. She all of a sudden wrote me a shitload of stuff, and remember, she doesn't speak English, so I got to copy and paste into Google Translator. It's a pain in the ass. So best advice I can give you, find a lady who speaks English. There's plenty of them. I kind of thought this lady had some qualities, like I said, that I thought would be, good long term. I asked her, are you willing to take English lessons? I'd pay for them, of course. Frang pay, period. That's what we do. Our job here in Thailand is to pay. To the government, to the cops, to the ladies. That's what we're here for, right? So if you don't want that job, go somewhere else. But, if you go to Philippines, it's the same way. You're expected to pay. You go to Vietnam, you go to Laos, you go to Cambodia. It's the same way, right? Anywhere in Southeast Asia, really anywhere in the world, you're expected to take care of your girlfriend or wife. And here in Thailand, the expectation is that you take care of their family also. And take care, what's that mean? Money. Just bring money. You'll have a great time here. It's an awesome place, but bring some cashish, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So with all that kind of expired, and I'm still good morning, how are you to the coffee lady, salon lady, but like I said, her passion for me kind of died out after she got the coffee machine. Hey, they're very practical people, especially that lady's 40, the salon lady. So I had the 22-year-old, the 38-year-old in Lampang, and the 40-year-old here with the salon, and the 38 and the 40, they're more practical. They're more, what can you do for me? And they're more upfront about it, which is kind of good. You want them upfront about it. So she's more concerned with her business, with her salon, with selling coffee and making 30 baht, which she hasn't sold 1 cup yet since I gave her the machine. But whatever, the idea, she's turned on by the idea she's going to make money selling coffee, right? That's what turns her on. Not me, not sitting on the couch, doing heavy petting. none of that really turns her on. She does what she needs to do to get the fucking coffee machine so she can sell coffee for 30 baht. Make money, money, money. I need money. You got money. You have your own business. I need more money. Money is what it's all about. Money is life. You know, I do a daily thing here, positive action plan, which I finished a week ago, 4-hour work week now. Money isn't life. You're wrong. But you can't tell people who have a scarcity mentality that money isn't life. To them, money's life. And it will always be life. And they'll always be a little unhappy because there'll never be enough money, no matter what you give them. And that was true last year, too, when I had the girl I dated for a year. And I took her to 5-star hotels. I bought her everything she wanted, took her out to great meals. Wasn't enough. I need a salary. You've got to pay me 10,000 baht a month, $300 a month. Why? Why do I need to pay you 10,000 baht? Because money's life. And I don't care that you're spending 70,000 baht a month keeping a restaurant open for me long term. Long term, that's too Santa Claus for me. That's too Easter money for me. You're asking me to use my imagination. You're asking me to think long term. You're asking me to think like a business person. I care about what's in my hand right now. You pay me 10,000. No, fuck you. No, I'm not going to pay you 10,000. Go find another foreigner who will, and there will be one. She will find a foreigner to pay her 10,000 a month. God bless her. You do you, sweetheart. But I'm not paying a salary to a girlfriend. Period. Ever. So once again, that just shows you the mentality. Money's king here. Money's number one. Money is God. More than they're strict Buddhists, and they make merit and go to temple and bow and pray, and they get the little white flowers and put in their car, and they go by the prayer houses and do this, but all that is second to money. So, when you understand you're in a culture that worships money, that's the language, that's the currency. If you want to come here and live in it, bring money. That's all. It's pretty simple. And to a certain extent, I'm okay with that. Like I said, I think it's global. I don't think it's a Thailand thing, although it's more obvious, transparent, out in the open here. I think it's a global thing. I really do. So that's the update. Maybe not the one you expected. Maybe not the one a lot of guys fantasized about, but it's real. And you can always count on me to keep it real. So I'm going to get on ThaiCupid.com, which is where I met the girl from Pak Chong last year. I had good results with that. Once again, just putting my picture up like it is, putting my correct age up, not lying to anybody. This is what I am. You interested? Great. You're not? Great. It's what it is. I think I'm going to find a woman there who's more interested in a serious relationship and long term. We'll see. I'll let you know. I still got the phone. I can still make videos, so I'll keep you updated on what's going on with the dating front. Tinder's been fun. It's been pretty wild, crazy. There's times I'm texting back and forth. I'm showing the salon lady a video, and the girl from Lampang is messaging me. It's fast and furious, but and I don't like that. Unless I'm driving a car, I don't like fast and furious. So I'm going to go back and just look for one solid woman that I can make a run 6 months, a year, and see if she's the one for the rest of the time here. I'm staying in Thailand the rest of my life. It'd be cool to have a good woman go along that journey with me. So that's the update.